Hi all. This is a review of the Yinhe 955 green long pips rubber. This is a new development issued at the end of 2022. It is green, as the name tells. There is also a blue one, but it is called 955 green. Let me stress right away that the 955 green is exactly a new development, not a repainted green regular 955. That is why its price is different to 955. If you saw the macro pictures on our website, don't be deceived by the fact that the pips shape looks the same. The matter is that rubber itself, that is the material from which the rubbers are made, is different in each of the rubbers of the 955 family. And the thickness of the rubber sheet, that is the part of the rubber from which the pips stick out, is also different for all three rubbers. In general, you should not only look at the shape of the pips. This is not the only thing that determines the playing properties of the rubber. So, Yinhe has three different rubbers in the 955 family today. There's just the 955, which has been around for a very long time and is one of the most successful cheap long pips rubbers out there. Then the 955 euro, which is the premium version of the 955, very similar, only all the parameters are better as it is made of better quality raw material. And now here comes the 955 green, which is the subject of this review. These are three different rubbers. By the way, the reviews of the 955 and the 955 euro are available on our channel. The links can be found below. This review is dedicated to the 955 green, so that it's clear regardless of the experience with other rubbers of the series. Not in comparison with any other one. For those interested in the comparison, there will be a separate video comparing the 955 green to the regular 955. Sign up for the channel and be notified so you don't miss our new videos. The rubber was tested in the OX version, that is, without the sponge. There is also a factory version of 0.7 mm, and for those who wish, we can assemble OX with any of the sponges we have. The blade used for testing was the Yinhe 97020A, which is an arylate carbon with OFF speed. A great blade for both inverted rubbers and long pips. There's a review of it on the channel available. First, about the properties. The backing of the rubber is quite thick. There are no problems with gluing on the glue. You do not need to use a glue sheet if you prefer the glue. The rubber comes from the package without a glue sheet attached. The speed of the rubber is average, maybe a little slower than average. Hardness is also average. Dwell time is substantial, but not the longest. Grip is quite noticeable, no less than average, but clearly not the strongest. Reaction to the incoming spin, respectively, also at an average level. The control is excellent. Perhaps someone in the audience will note that I said the same thing in a recent review of Desperado OX, which has a much harder feel and is much faster. If you compare, the 955 green have better control on average. And the Desperado has good control for its speed and hardness. I can tell about the block that the rubber does just fine. That's the strength of the 955 green. I'm about the standard block technique. You can block medium speed topspins, you can block powerful ones, you can block high spin topspins, and you can block drives. It is convenient to vary the spin you give away with a chop block or sideways motion. It is enough to make a short move on contact with the ball, and it gives you a different kind of spin. The rubber reacts noticeably to incoming spin, so in some cases you need to cover the racket. The softness of the rubber allows you to slightly dampen the speed when a powerful attack comes at you. On a powerful attack, you can do a block with a push-forward move. The ball after that flies particularly uncomfortable for the opponent. The disruptive effect is substantial, but not very great. I would say that it is average. But the main thing here is not the disruptive effect, but that it is convenient to vary the direction of the block, the length of the trajectory and speed. Also, you can use pressure on the ball or with a relaxed hand during the block to change the rotation a bit. You can play a variety of blocks with this rubber, as its properties allow a wide variation in technique and tactics. And some disruptive effects come as a bonus. The second strong point of the rubber is attack abilities. You can do drives, flat hits, even topspins. And you can do them often. Rubber gives a lot of control to hit the table with attack in different ways. If you want, you can even counterattack against a slow topspin. The attack speed on my OFF blade is medium. It is possible to hit powerfully if you have a technique. The rubber itself does not produce much speed, but it remains steady when hit hard and doesn't lose control. The efficiency of the attack is good. There is some disruptive effect. There is a lot of control to place the ball where you want, so fans of attacking with long pips without sponge must be satisfied. The pushing. I rate the pushing ability of 955 green as good, but not super. Just good. For very disruptive pushing you may go to rubbers from Dr. Neubauer. The 955 green pushing is solid, hitting the table pretty easy even on my OFF blade. You may vary short and long placement and whatever you want. The disruptive effect on pushing is medium or slightly less. The ball has a slightly rounded trajectory and often tends to stop after the bounce. So it may cause the opponent to make a mistake by attacking the ball when he expects a bit longer bounce. Lifting works good. There's not much to say about the serve reception, it's all good here. The rubber reacts to incoming spin and gives you an opportunity to work the ball. But you have to handle the ball keeping the spin in mind. You can attack, you can block, you can push passively or aggressively. Don't try to add backspin. It's pointless to do as the backspin power would be too weak to be effective, so better to focus on placement and tempo and forget about imparting own spin. The sponge version will allow you to spin the ball more strongly. Playing with a sponge you may try adding backspin. However, you can fool an inattentive opponent into thinking you're spinning the ball, and he may react automatically as if the ball has backspin and overcounting it. This happened to me many times during the test. I didn't test the rubber specifically on defense, but I tried chopping occasionally, on different balls. The conclusion is this: it is quite comfortable on defense, it's easy to return balls by chopping. But I'm not a defender, so I can't assess all the nuances from the position of a qualified defender. If you play defense and have tried this rubber, write a few words in the comments. By the way, the long-range block works well, too. It's a useful technique that can be applied from the far zone instead of a chop. Now to summarize. In a nutshell, the 955 green appears to be a versatile rubber, just like the other two in the 955 series. The play at the table is very good, the play in the distance seems to be good as well. Seems to be, because I'm not a defender and I can't really judge it accurately. But clearly it's not bad in defense, especially since the far block also works. By the way, versatility in long pips doesn't mean that because they do everything, they do it all medium. Versatile long pips are very often very good at both near and far. In fact, long pips are not often designed for only one zone, so versatility is the norm rather than the exception. 955 green would be good as a first try of long pips, since it's not hard to master even for a beginner. And for more experienced players they are controllable and comfortable to play with, even if you put them on a fast blade. In the end, the 955 green turned out to be successful, no disadvantages detected. The green color is nice, and the price is also nice, so the price-quality ratio is very good. A comparison with the usual 955, I remind you, we will publish a separate video for those who are interested in it. And I remind you that we do reviews, so you can get to know the properties of the rubbers and blades you are interested in, and make an idea in advance what might suit you best, or vice versa to keep you from buying unsuitable. For the same purpose, on the website of our shop there is a detailed system of filters and characteristics for rubbers and blades, to help you understand what properties they have. So visit our website, and if you need help and advice on the choice, contact us, and we will help.